All right. So today I wanted to talk about the difference between intentions and goals. We've talked a lot about goals in the past. I've made videos about goal setting and the right way to do it, what proper goals are, all that good stuff. But setting a goal by itself isn't enough. It's not going to give you it'll take you 80% of the way there, but there's going to be a little bit missing. And the way that we can almost guarantee ourselves that we are going to achieve our goals is by setting proper intentions about those goals and or related to those goals. Now, what's the difference between intentions and goals? Well, so if you think about it this way, a goal is something that you look at it in terms of it's in the future. It's something you're striving for. Your intentions are in the moment, the present, right here, right now. And they are more related to your feelings and emotions and the person that you want to be. So, for example, if your goal is to be healthy, well, that can mean a lot of different things for different people. If your goal is to lose weight, that's a little more specific. If your goal is to lose 30 pounds in a month, that's even more specific. But what do you intend to do? Who do you intend to become in order to get there? And so some very basic examples to kind of think about this, when you wake up in the morning, when you're doing your positive affirmations or you're thinking about your goals that you have for yourself, what you're going to try to achieve today, if you think of it in terms of, I'm going to track my food today, that's my goal. That's great. But if you say it and rephrase it a little differently and say, I intend to maintain a positive mindset in relation to my nutrition today. And if you track all your food, great. If not, it doesn't affect your intention. So an analogy, I guess, or an example that doesn't have anything to do with fitness or weight loss, but kind of can help you see the difference. So let's say that you live in the mountains and you want to go on a hike, okay? And you tell yourself, my goal is to hike to the top of the mountain so you can see the awesome view. That's a good goal. You get to the top of this mountain. It took you a while. You will have to work hard to get there. And at the end, you're rewarded with this nice view and can relax for a minute. But before you begin your hike, you need to come back to the present moment. Instead of thinking about the end goal of, I want to climb to the top of the mountain, that's jumping to the end of the journey, so to speak. So we need to focus on what the intentions are going to be along the way of, on this hike. So you can say, like, I intend to focus on the different flowers and trees and smells along the way. I intend to enjoy the beauty of the nature and any animals that may run across our path. Because let's say the goal is to get to the top of the mountain, but a bad storm rolls in. It starts to rain or something, and you can't make it to the top. Well, if you were only focused on the goal, you're going to feel defeated. You're going to feel like you didn't win. You're going to feel like you were almost cheated out of it, and you're not going to be really satisfied, even though you could have focused on the intentions of absorbing all of the surrounding environment along the way. So again, goals are more focused on the future. Intentions are, how do you intend to behave? How do you intend to think? How do you intend to feel right here, right now? It's the relationships that you have with other people, the relationships that you have with yourself. What do you intend to feel like? Something that me personally, I, as often as I can, try to tell myself, I intend to live every day as positive as I can. And it has nothing to do with my goals of gaining weight, building muscle, growing the business, things like that, those external futuristic things. And just, like for y'all, a lot of your goals are related to health and fitness, but a lot of it is mindset as well. And if we can combine your goals and ask yourself how you intend to achieve those goals, who do you need to become? Who do you want to be, rather? What mindset do you want to have along this journey of achieving your goals? I intend to be a strong-willed mom who faces adversity head on every day with a open mind and willingness to never give up. Like, how powerful is that statement compared to my goal is to lose weight and be healthy? My goal is to lose 20 pounds in 2 months. That's like, you hear a lot of people, you've heard of SMART goals. It's going to be specific, measurable, attainable, relative to you, and it's a time, there's a time stamp on it. That's the SMART acronym. But you can have a specific goal of losing a certain amount of weight, or you can have a specific goal of tracking your food or hitting a calorie goal, and you can be specific and you can put a time date on it, and it can be relatable to what you want to do. But at the end of the day, it's not going to impact you like it would if you phrase that in terms of intentions, just like I did. Every morning, repeat something very similar to yourself, come up with your own, it's not necessarily an affirmation, it's just your daily intentions to pair up with your daily affirmations. The positive things you tell yourself, combine them with the intentions where you tell yourself that I intend to behave in this way. I intend to operate from this frame of mind. I intend to feel XYZ emotions today and not let, ooh, that was a bug. Did y'all see me just smack myself? It didn't feel very good. But does that make sense? How it's good to have goals. Goals are specific. Goals are futuristic. They help us find that bullseye on our target, kind of. But the intentions are, we can use a target and like a bow and arrow as an example. Your goals are the target at the end, and the bullseye is what we're trying to shoot for. Your arrows are going to fly straighter on paths that are fueled by intentions versus just shooting the arrow with your eyes closed. That's kind of another good analogy to think of it. You set a goal. The goal is in front of you. It's the target. You have your bow. You have your arrow. Now you're just closing your eyes and you're pulling and you're shooting and you're hoping you hit your goal because you never intended to adapt and take on new behaviors. You never intended to have certain feelings related to self-love and respect, and you never intended to tell yourself you're going to be stress-free and not let life's chaos overwhelm you anymore. And the more you can start your day with intentions to achieve your goals, you're way more likely to actually stay on path towards them and actually achieve them. The reason why a lot of people, you may have even done this, where you've set goals for yourself. You've tried to follow the SMART principle, or there was another acronym before that. I know there's like the KISS principle, the keep it simple, stupid goal principle, and SMART goals. But there's all these acronyms related to goals and how to be, an expert goal setter. But none of it matters if the intentions behind your goals aren't fueling you and aren't guiding you to who you want to be. So hopefully that all made sense and gives you something to think about, when it comes to you thinking about your goals that you have for yourself. You can be very specific, and when you come up with them, how do you intend to behave? How do you intend to think? How do you intend to carry yourself to get to those goals? And it's going to take some thinking. Try to just remind yourself and think of it in terms of, just always go back to intentions are in the present, goals are in the future. Intentions are related to feelings and emotions and behaviors. Goals are facts. They're specifics. So intentions are limitless. There are no boundaries. Your goals are very confined to a specific sphere of what you're trying to achieve. So you can see the difference between the two and how they're related, but to very different things. And one without the other is never going to help you actually become that best version of yourself that we're all striving to unlock, within ourselves. So that's what I got for you today, ladies. If after watching this, you think about it some more and you have trouble coming up with some intentions that you're going to start telling yourself, send me a message and we can, hash it out and go into it in more detail if we need to, specifically for your situation. So thank you for being here, and hopefully that gives you something to think about this weekend. I want to continue these topics related to actually shifting your mindset. I know we talk about it a lot, but it starts on the very basic level of what you just intend to do and who you intend to be. So have a good weekend, ladies, and I will see y'all maybe tomorrow or next week.